When shown in the figure, mass of block A, B and A is given as 2m and m. Okay, so surfaces between the B and the floor is smooth, so this surface is smooth. Okay, the block B is connected to block C by the means of the pulley. We have to calculate the mass of the block C. Coefficient of the friction between A and B is equal to mu. So let us mark the forces. Now A remains stationary as compared to B. So now let us calculate the forces on mass A. mg will be in the downward direction. There will be friction force in the upward direction. Now this block will accelerate with the acceleration a. Then the other block also has to accelerate with the acceleration a. Then only the block A will remain stationary as compared to block B. Now this acceleration a, I have written this acceleration a with respect to the ground and not with respect to the block B. Okay, I have written this with respect to the ground and not with respect to the block B. Okay, now these are the forces on mass M on the mass A. Let us calculate the forces on B. 2 mg in the downward direction. The normal force in upward direction, let it be N1, but this will not be affected. There will be a normal force between block A and B. Okay, between block A and B, which will be in this direction. So on block A, the normal force is perpendicular and in this direction. So on block B, the normal force will be perpendicular and in opposite direction. There will be a tension force on block B which will act in this direction. Okay, and similarly if I write down for block C, there will be same tension will act in the upward direction. This mass is unknown, so mg will be in this direction. This block will slide downwards with the acceleration a in the downward direction. So let us write down the equation over here. Let us start with block A. Since the block A is neither going upwards nor going down, the total force upward should be equal to the total force in the downward direction. So F should be equal to mg. Okay. Now F can be written as mu times N is equal to mg. Now if you see the normal force, it is only the force that acts in the right hand side direction. So N should be equal to ma. N should be equal to ma. Let this be equation 1. I will substitute over here. So ma is equal to mg. So over here acceleration will be equal to g by mu. Over here the acceleration should be equal to g by mu. Let this be equation number 2. Let us write down the equation for the second block. Since the block is going in the right hand side direction, the tension force should be greater than the normal force. So tension minus normal should be equal to 2 ma. The mass is given as 2 mg. So it will be equal to 2 ma. So T will be equal to N plus 2 ma. Now the normal force I have calculated, which is equal to ma. So ma plus 2 ma will be equal to 3 ma. Now the acceleration is given as g by mu. So it will be equal to 3 mg by mu. Okay. So we have got the value of the tension. Okay. So tension का value हम लोग को आ गया. Let us calculate the forces on block C. The block C is going in the downward direction. So mg should be greater than the tension force. So mg minus the tension force should be equal to ma. I have to calculate the mass capital M. So capital M g minus a, I will shift this on the left hand side, will be equal to tension. Okay. Now tension is given as, now first of all A is given as g by mu, and tension over here is given as, the tension is given as 3 mg by mu. So now over here if I take g common, it will be equal to mu minus 1 divided by mu is equal to 3 mg divided by mu. So now g and g will get cancelled out, mu and mu will get cancelled out. So the final answer of m will be equal to 3 small m divided by mu minus 1, which is equal to option number C.